It's gotta be blue milk. Let me know in the comments which milk you like, but it's gotta be blue. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome. Was that an orb? Oh, what's going on? Can you see these flying across the screen? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We post Tuesdays and Thursdays around 6 PM every single week. So don't forget to click subscribe and ring that little bell, and we'll get back right into it. Not back into it, right into it. So it is silly season now. Officially, it's freezing, and all I seem to be doing is boiler services. And I said to myself, I'm going to leave some gaps, you know, for like the beyond economical repair boilers, people who just want boilers fitting before winter, because that's what I prefer doing, and that's where I find there'll be more money. But I can't, because I'm just filling the days up with servicing. So it was £60 a service, and I know that's cheap. So I thought, how am I going to stem the tide of this? So I put up £70, which a tenner, I think that's quite a big jump. No one's batted an eyelid. They still want it doing. So yeah, it's a bit nicer having a bit extra money off each job. But still don't want to be doing boiler services for the rest of winter. So come along with me, and we've got a day full of servicing. Oh, and a repair and a quote. I might try and get some footage on the quote and just see what option you would give the client. Let's get into it. So job number one is a service on this 830, I think it is. 830 is one of my installs, although you can't see it. It is one of mine. And what I've just noticed, I'm not sure how legit that is in a bathroom. Everyone loves a filter pull, so we'll start off with one of them, eh? Shit. Oh yes. This was flushed out, believe it or not, but obviously not well enough. He's had an additional extension on, and I suspect, for some reason, let me know in the comments on this one, I seem to think that plastic pipes, if you don't put an inhibitor in or back in the system, it seems to generate more of the black sludge quicker than just a traditional complete copper system. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. But there's loads of new builds out there with obviously a plastic pipe, and the systems are horrendous, and they'll only be 2 years old. Maybe it's just lack of inhibitor. Maybe it's something to do with the plastic. Could just be chatting rubbish. These boxes are one of the easiest boilers in the world to service. Easy to strip down, just a dream. Well, the next one is this one's predecessor. Is that right word? But just be mindful when you clean the condensate trap out, because this has an integral pipe as well, which sits inside the trap, and sometimes it won't go in properly, which is what I found out last time I serviced it, hence the rust mark down there. It hadn't gone in properly and wasn't sealed. They're just a bit of a pig to do. You kind of have to turn the outer pipe inside out first to make sure the inner goes in correctly. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, this is the predecessor, the Platinum. This was my favourite boiler at once upon a time. The only issues this had was it's big, it's heavy, and it's noisy. It's another one of my installs. It's had a lot of add-on extras since I fit this back in 2016. One being the cupboard. So access is absolutely fantastic now, unfortunately. Right, next one is a gas fire, and I hate gas fires. It's refusing to light, so all I've done is took the panels off the front. So we'll attempt to light it. Check if it's sparking. It's sparking, but I can't hear any gas at all coming out of that. Not even a hiss. So we'll check if we've got gas first. So this side of the valve here is your isolation point. So if you undid that cap, there'd be another flathead screw that if you screwed all the way in, righty-tighty, it would shut the appliance off. But this part here is your inlet pressure test point, which, as you can hear, there's definitely gas there. tons actually. Right, so we proved we've got gas to the appliance. So now I'm probably going to disconnect this pilot assembly, these 2 screws. The spark generator should unplug off, that's that one, like that. And whip it out and just see what this injector's got in it. So that's that out now. This is your little gas supply tube to the pilot. And inside that, you can't really see, but there's a tiny little hole. You can just about make it out there, which I'm guessing that is what the blockage is. But we'll just see if it's definitely getting gas to here. Yeah. Can you hear that? So that's not blocked. So it's definitely something to do with this injector / pilot assembly. I'll blow it out with air duster first, I think, before stripping that off. So this is what I use. It's basically just a can of compressed air, similar to what you get in an air compressor or whatever. It's not the cheapest of stuff, but it works. So basically I'm going to put that in the end of there, try and blast out any rubbish what's inside that little injector. Oh yeah. Buddy, let me turn the light off. It's a bit better, isn't it? You can see that, miles better. Must just have had a bit of dust in it. But it's never been serviced. So what I'll do with this now is get it on full flame, obviously. Check it's working safe. Flue test, spillage test, and recommend a full service on this fire. But you know yourself, now it's working again. It's never going to happen. So this will be the last time I see this until it breaks again. I always like to use 2 smoke matches because why not? It's more smoke. Beautiful pull on that. Look at it. Look at that. Awesome. Always check the manufacturing instructions for where you're supposed to actually put it. It is going to be though approximately 50 mil down from where it is now. But I like to tease it again and see how far it will actually pull. Look, that is awesome. All doors and windows are closed to this room as well. Beautiful. So this next one is Valent Ecotech Service. Now I'm currently draining it down using a bit of condensate tubing, fits perfect on the Valent drain offs. Watching this pressure gauge and also watching the digital pressure gauge on the front to make sure the pressure sensor inside the boiler is not blocked, because I want them to both be reading 0, obviously when there's no water in the boiler. If the digital gauge stays like it's like there, 0.7 bar, it means the pressure sensor is blocked. But not in this case, it's just there. You can take them out and bang them, clean them out, and they'll work for a bit, but it's best to replace them. I'm surprised to know we're at another oil service. It's another Platinum. 5 years old, this one. It's not one of my installs, but it's not overly badly installed. Oh my god. Well, I wonder if there's any paper left. Stupid. Phew. Oh well. Couple of trees gone there. The next one is an old Worcester 30SI. Little beastie boilers these. I do like them. I was here last year when I serviced it and noticed the vessel hose was blocked, so we've had to replace that, which was a pig, as you can see. But a little hack for you, when you're draining down these, obviously get your hose on there, short length hose on the drainer. You're going to be taking a condensate trap anyway to clean it out. You stick that inside there. If you open it up slowly, don't want it on full blast, you don't know, because it's only going to shoot down the condensate pipe. It's a way to drain the boiler without needing a bucket. So this is the app that I use for landlords checks, boiler services, invoicing, pricing. It's called Gas Certificate app. It works out at about £120 for the year, including VAT. Obviously you can see now I've got all the boilers, most of the boilers listed. If not, you can add them yourself. And yeah, it's not sponsored at all. I rate the app. I think it's really good, easy to use application. This one had a full strip down a couple of years ago, so just checking the negative fan pressure on this to make sure it doesn't need cleaning out again of the main heat exchanger. So the kind of point to this video was of what I usually do day to day. The videos that I put out on YouTube are sometimes unusual jobs. Most of the time, especially this time of year, start of November, it's just boiler servicing after boiler servicing, and they are boring. I mean, I'm going to go looking forward, I'm going to do some full strip down videos of how to service them, but some of these haven't needed strip downs, not going to lie, but I simply haven't videoed every single bit of part of a service. Just little tips and tricks that I can give you guys to try and keep it interesting. My favourite bits of a Worcester, if it's going to focus, all the readings that you need. You got flow rate, you got your CO levels there. Every boiler manufacturer should stick a data sheet on like that. Next one we've got is a Worcester CDI compact. Now, these are good because of the size of them, but they're also not the greatest thing to work on. They are very compact, including the name. I have an issue with these green clips breaking to pieces. Now they reckon it's because when you take out the 2 screws and then drop this front panel down, if you leave the key in, the fill-in loop key, that's what snaps them. But nah, this one's broke on this side. I think it's just rubbish plastic. The key in might not help things, but I service this I think every single year and I've never pulled it down with the key in, and like I said, that one's broke. So I had an issue with the sump seal, which weren't really a problem to change. It was just them 2 screws, and that slides up and turret comes off. We've superseded that now, so that's not really an issue anymore. They had an issue with the auto air vent back weeping. Again, this one's been replaced. I think that's about it. But like I said, they're very compact. Nice. And that has definitely been done every year. So I didn't like the look of this. I thought, oh, what the hell is that? But because the stain's here, I took the test point out. Well, that'll be that issue. I'll replace the O-ring on that little cap. That should be that issue sorted. Right, so this next one we're going out to is a call out for no heating combi boiler. I believe it's a Baxi Eco Blue Advance. I'm not sure they even exist anymore. Hot water was working, which is no central heating, and can smell a funny burning smell. So this one should be interesting, and this is why I hate this village, which is appropriate because some of my subscribers come from around here. Sorry. This is the problem. This has been dangling down here, and the flow valve has got a little leak on it from the fibre washer. It's dripped straight into that, and obviously blown the circuit, blown the receiver. So we'll swap the thermostat, drain it down and sort that leak out, and mount this to the sodding wall. That's the thermostat wired back in. This one stinks of fish, and you can kind of see where the burn mark is. Tried opening that drain off to take pressure out of the boiler to change that fibre washer. Of course it doesn't really work. Mint. This here is a Nurad Versa funnel. It's got like a aluminium plate inside so you can mould it to whatever you want. I hardly ever use it, but when you do need it, like now, it wasn't directed into the bucket. It comes in handy. It's about 20 quid. Nurad Versa funnel. So where we are, thermostat done and mounted. Fibre washer replaced, but I'm sure I've just dried that off. So is it leaking from the valve itself or what? Goddamn hope not. Used that drain off, shouldn't have done. So I've had to swap the guts out of that because it wouldn't stop leaking. That's their fault. That is leaking from the handle of the valve. Great. Let's see if I've got something in the van to fit that, like off the new baxi. So the boiler is up and running again. That valve, I've took the head off, it's definitely, the handle off is still definitely leaking from the spindle there. The other side doesn't look too clever. And he has just said that he turned them off to put these pipes in. So that's what caused the leak in the first place, to drip onto the receiver, and that's why I'm here. So I have to order some replacement ones of them. So you're catching me from the sofa now, because after that I went out to do the quote which I mentioned at the start of the video, which was a glow, can't remember the model, but basically a heat only boiler on a one pipe system in a dental surgery near me. So basically I'm going to quote for a conversion to a combi, because the hot and colds are directly under it. There's a sink directly under it, so for the condensate. The gas is in 15mm, however, and it just disappears in the wall. I go to the meter when I'm inspecting, quoting for jobs, see what size it is there, and it's 22. But then again, it buggers off behind a boxing, and then who knows where. But the boiler is the only thing in that premises, so I'm not having gas in that premises, so I'm hoping to put a 25 kilowatt in. There's only 4 rads, and leave it on a single pipe system. I'm putting my terms and conditions that it's not the most efficient way to do it, and that we'll see how it goes at that. If not, it needs a full repipe to a twin pipe system, flow and a return. So yeah, that's that. That's a job to price up. But I'm knackered. So let me know your thoughts on this video. A lot of you in the last few videos when I've put out these jobbing type ones have said you really enjoyed it. You really enjoy the pace of the video because it's quick, snappy. But it's hard to get videos when you're servicing boilers all day. I'm sure you don't want to see me keep stripping down a baxi. I'll try and do some standalone videos for that if you want that type of thing. But as usual, give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already, or a thumbs down if you've not liked it. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm trying to hit 3K by Christmas. But it's took me 2K. It's took me to get to 2K a whole year, so 3K, it's doubtful. Catch you on the next one.